I'm on my way to the hospital, to the dentist in Cuba. I want to know the prices. Apparently dentists here are pretty good. Would you do it? Go to the dentist in a country like this? So he knocked on my teeth with a little hammer and was like, well, I don't think there's a little inflammation, you need to clean it well. I don't really think you need the root canal, which the other one in Guatemala said I needed like 3 root canals. So I'm confused now, but he was like, well, as long as it doesn't hurt, then leave it. It's an experience going to another country. And you walk there, like I feel my heartbeat going inside. I'm like, shit, do I even want to be here? 4 years ago I crewed on other people's boats across the Pacific Ocean and learned the basics of sailing. After I had to stop building my cabin in Spain last year, I decided to return back to the ocean. Today me and Ulf are going to find the vegetable market and see what's available. Welcome to the main street. It's actually a really strange experience to be here. It's like going 50 years in time, back in time. Like everything is old. There's almost no availability at shops. Like at least 50 people stand in line in front of every shop. So here's a shop where you can only pay with credit card. So only some Cubans can go and others can't. And that's what I understand. And that's the line to get in. This square here is beautiful and also one of the few really well maintained places that I've seen in this city so far. This is the local vegetable market. There is just nothing. Okay, there's some tomatoes, some of that, there's some peppers. Okay, well, at least there's something. And there's also eeny meeny pineapple. So I ended up buying peppers and tomatoes and 2 aubergines. That's it. I have a bag full. In total I spent $3. They don't have a lot of availability at all different kinds, but what they have is pretty cheap. If you've seen the end of the last video, my first impression of the city was a little less because I got in a big fight with one of the bicycle drivers. But now walking here, I think everybody is, you know, they keep distance. They're not like, they don't try to force to sell you something. What do you think?
Yes, I am on the same
opinion?
Yes, opinion.
So we have a lot better view of Cuba now than the last time when we went out.
It's charming.
In San Fuego city center, there are 2 places open, and this is one of them. There's an art shop. So these are all handicrafts. This is the only other shop, big shop that's open on the boulevard. It sells like all kind of small things, like also shoes and yeah, well, this is like what, and this is basically what's available here. For the rest, kind of nothing you can get in this city. Maybe like a little hardware, and then some wallets. It is the economy is interesting here. This is a hardware store. Some tubes for plumbing, a bit of sealants. That's all they have. enclosed by the ocean. I'm gonna eat something here. This is cool. So the food you order over there, drinks you order over there. You don't have beer, you do have a mojito and those things. Mojito makes sense because you know it's Cuba. Cuba famous for their rum. And then here you can sit anywhere you like, while the table's somewhere over there. I like it. This is nice. We're having fried plantains, fried chicken and salads, and with the exchange rate on the street it's about $4. I've been a little down in the last video as I wanted to. I'm sorry for that. It just became a little much sometimes with my recent breakup and the solo sailing, but I feel like I'm more settled in now in the country, and yeah, I'm ready to go again. Because potato chips are hard to get here, I'm going to take for $1.20 a box of fried plantains with me. Between here and 400 miles east, where I'll check out of Cuba, this is the only place to get fuel and then at the checkout. So I need to fuel it up here. I am going to give away 70 liter, 16 gallons of fuel to the Marina. They wanted to have it. I wanted to throw it away because I bought it in Honduras, and I've been driving diesel cars all my life, and I smell it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm not sure. And as a solo sailor, I just cannot afford the engine dying due to bad fuel. They're probably going to use it in a tractor or in a car, and it should be okay, but to me it smells different, and I cannot take that risk. Just filled up my jerry jugs. It is 160 liters, which is about 40 gallons. If I pay my credit card, I'm going to pay $160. But because I exchanged money on the street, now I'm only going to pay $40 for everything. And the reason is this. Cubans are not able to get high currency money. They call dollars and euros high currency money, and they really want it because with euros they can apparently buy certain things in certain shops that they cannot buy with pesos. I don't know why. And the dollars they really want to have because that's their only way to travel and to go outside of Cuba. It's a little choppy, a lot of wind. Now we gotta find a way to get the jerry cans on the boat. Well, the boat is ready to go again. I bought this cheap inverter in Guatemala and it broke on the way here. So I need to charge my laptop. I cannot buy it here, so I'm opening up and trying to see if I can fix it. Should have bought a marine one. It's 2 months old, this machine. There must be some salt water that came in. Even the salt water air destroys everything. It's just rusted. I'm having a problem with my float switch. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So what it does is it's supposed, when this goes up through the water, the bilge pump goes on. When it goes down, it stops. But because the plate isn't wide enough, I put it like this. But then when the boat is heeled over to one side and the water is splashing, the bilge pump keeps being on. So it needs to be like this, but there's too much movement possible. So I'm just gonna put it on a bigger plate. This plate sinks. And then I'm gonna install it on that, and then at least it cannot move anymore. Last night 2 Australians arrived, and one of them had a small inverter that he didn't use, and he sold it to me for a 6-pack of beer. And this means instead of having to sit in offices of officials on my laptop, now I can just sit on a boat, use my batteries again to charge the laptop. It is life without Amazon, without eBay, and well, generally without shops where you can actually just buy what you need. Good morning. Ulf and I are taking a taxi to Havana. Ulf's gonna pick up his daughter. That is our yellow cab. You might have seen some of my van videos. My van is Russian. This is a Russian car. If you get to a country where they sell or where they drive Russian cars, you know they can fix everything because they break all the time. We just made a stop at a road stop, gonna have breakfast here, a hamburger with fresh papaya juice for less than $1 each. Really interested to see Havana. It'll be really cool, and I have a really better idea about Cuba. I am, however, much more interested to get the actual local experience, meet locals and see how they live. So in a couple days I'll get out of the city with the boat and try to get to meet some more local communities. Do you like it, Ulf?
It's not the best, but it's okay.
Is it better than our dinner yesterday?
Yes, it was.
We had dinner yesterday and it was the most horrible dinner we've ever had in our life.
And it looks so nice restaurant, but it wasn't at all.
The meat was normal knife. I was like, I needed a hacksaw to like cut it. Our first stop is a bunch of beautiful cars and a Palace of Justice on the back, the old Palace of Justice. I like the architecture I'm seeing here. So our taxi driver just tells us that these old cars here in Cuba still cost $50,000, and even his old taxi that we're driving in still costs $30,000. It's a problem, and most people cannot afford a car. I'm not sure how that works and how that's possible, but it's strange. This is a theater apparently named after a famous ballerina. Palace of Justice. Ulf is in construction.
Yeah.
Ulf, what do you think about the balcony over there? That one already fell off.
Very dangerous. It's incredible because the location here is, we are in the best place in the town, and there's new buildings here, and then you see this here, so it's unbelievable.
There are a lot of hotels here, and the only construction you see are hotels. And I asked the taxi driver why that is, and he says, well, Cuba doesn't have a lot of you know, money in the bank of the country Cuba, and they're building so many hotels to attract tourists and people who have the foreign money to increase the money of the country. And apparently most of the hotels are like a collaboration between the hotel and the government. Over there is modern Havana, all the companies. It's such a strange country, such a country of opposites, that it's really interesting to see. All these little boats you see here are from local fishermen. In the night they take them out to catch fish. On the way to Marina Hemingway to see no taxi guys, to see how the marina looks like there and how many foreigners are there. So the taxi driver just told me that the average salary of someone working in Cuba now is about 2,500 CUP, 2,500 pesos. Depending on the exchange rate, it is between 30 and 100 US$ per month. This is the biggest marina in Cuba, and I was expecting a lot more boats. This is the first sailboat we see after like a mile walk or something. There's actually a phone number written on, so apparently he left the boat and is going home, I guess. I do see a lot of boats that have no sails and just seems to have been here for a very long time. We just talked to the guy in this powerboat, and there is no other foreign sailboats in the whole place. Only maybe one over there, so we're gonna check that out. This is it, Gig Harbor. The only other foreign sailboat here. meet Jaap. He is also from the Netherlands. Wow, the only other foreign sailboat here is from my country. You are carrying an American flag though, so you're half American too.
Well, I'm about 90% American. So I was born in Amsterdam and I immigrated to the United States when I was 19 years old. I was rejected for the Dutch draft, S5. And that's how I ended up in America and in Vietnam. And I've sailed around the world.
And now you are
on a 9-meter sailboat.
It's beautiful. Can I show it from the inside?
Awards I have.
This is the exact same boat size as I have. He says, look at the award I have. Might as well do a little tour of the boat. I'm not coming announced, so I know you haven't had any time to clean anything up. I'm not allowed to sit in the boat, so I'm doing a really quick few shots of the boat. That's the table. I'm going outside again. There's a nav station here, a quarter berth. Looks quite bigger than mine. Okay, gracias amigo. Voy a... sí, salir ahora. Ahora. Lo siento amigo, lo siento. No. This is steel or aluminum?
No, it's triplex, multiplex.
Multiplex.
Design.
And now we're having a beer and exchanging stories. You guys have to guess how old he is. What do you think? How old are you?
84, and I'll be 85 a month, 28 days from today.
Solo sailing. Wow, that's insane.